How we doing, Fixer? Make sure you're shouting.
I'm tired. How are you?
Tired. Yeah, I'm tired as well. Tired of the bullshit.
What bullshit?
All the bullshit. All the bullshit you could ever imagine.
What's going on? You want to talk about it?
We're not far enough out yet.
You got people looking for you? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm trying to make it Vicky's getting ocean dogs. No, I'm good. I'm straight. You know,
This seems like a setup. I'm not gonna lie to you. This seems like literally the thing I was scared of.
What?
Nothing. Don't worry.
I'm trying to do my whole SK's unhinged,
yeah,
dog.
whatever.
It's probably far enough out, to be fair. Right. You know, last time I spoke to you, it was on the phone. I said about watch out for the black fans, shit like that. I've cooled off since then. Ain't gonna hurt you. Ain't gonna fuck you over. Ain't gonna do shit. Just gonna talk.
Okay.
What's the sitch, man? What happened? I don't even know what happened.
Okay, let me give you a refresher real quick, shall I?
Yes.
I was running Mandem Records, going pretty good, signed some good artists, things were going well. You were CEO. I left you to your devices. I guess just before I went on a nice little trip for a couple of weeks, I hired Saint as an events coordinator because she wanted to get into events. Cool, no problem. I come back and, you know, a lot of people have been waiting for me because apparently, like, nothing can happen if I'm not around, which is dumb, but that's just people not stepping up, you know, not doing their jobs is the problem. Anyway, I wake up one day and I find out we're in the studio and Dick comes in Mandem tracksuit bottoms. You know the MDM ones. That's the same as the Mandem Records logo.
Yeah,
blah blah blah. Long story short, I can't bother to get into all that shit again. But Saint stabs him. I know for a fact I was spoken to by you, and I was spoken to by Patar. There is to be no violence that happens inside that studio from anybody. That was a statement that was told to me, and I was upset about the situation. Again, nobody was really around. And as much as I've said this to Saint as well, I understand where she's coming from on a gang perspective, but she wasn't Mandem gang in that moment. Well, decided to jump.
There
Sorry,
we go.
I needed to cool off. My apologies.
Right. Yeah, you need
yeah, she wasn't Mandem gang in that moment. She should have been operating as a member of staff at Mandem Records, is my opinion. And if she wanted to go and do whatever she wanted to do to Dick Chicklets outside of the studio, you know, there's a time and place to go do that. Anything that happens outside the studio is very clearly not Mandem Records related at that point, is my opinion of that. Obviously, me and Saint had a disagreement, and then she was getting a lot of people in her ears talking about my business. I'm not going to go into details of who, but they're not even with the company anymore, so it doesn't really even matter. So that was the main situation. I voiced my concerns. Saint didn't agree with me. Lots of people didn't agree with me. I decided, you know what? We've had these conversations before, me and you. We had a conversation by the beach once. We've had a conversation everywhere. It's just about running the company as a fucking company at the end of the day. I hear that Saint and Jay are now, apparently you made Saint CEO of the company, and Jay's the assistant CEO, and apparently they've not been really doing anything since you guys have all been back.
Yeah,
That's the long
it was I made Saint, as you quit, and I was not around for a while, I gave Saint the CEO role up to take my place while I wasn't around so she could do what she was doing while there wasn't anyone present. But, you know, upon return, I realized that I don't think it was made clear that it was temporary.
Ah, okay. Very interesting.
Thing is, right? I get your angle. I agree with your angle as the CEO of Mandem Records. But I will stand behind the actions of my gang members.
Of course, I understand that.
So
Look, the issue is, of course, I understand you backing it. Just hear it from this perspective, though. You knew how lots of people love to complain about the way the music industry works in Los Santos, right? You know it, I know it, we all know it very well. People love to complain about it. So I go out, I work my hardest to get a engineer, a producer, and someone who literally loves this business, being Dick Chicklets. If you need to take it, feel free to.
it's okay.
Dick Chicklets, and the one person we really didn't want to lose was Dick Chicklets. He mixes for in-city, like for our dollars, not foreign currency. He literally produces the same way. Like, he was the key to Mandem Records in taking us to a stable level of the things that other people complained about. I can't control what other people do when it comes to their business. And I'm sure you can understand that. The music game is the music game. However, other people operate is not down to me. I can't do anything about that. I can only control my actions, you know? And the one person we wanted to keep was Dick Chicklets. And for me, I was trying to explain that to Saint of, I get it. Can we not come to a middle ground where at least we're like, I don't know, there's some sort of mutual respect? Apparently not. So it is what it is. At the end of the day, it really comes down to this, right? If that's going to be how Mandem Records is always going to be, which is the artist can be stabbed over a piece of fabric, I feel like even the artists that are still there won't be there much longer. Because I feel like everybody's over it at this point. People just want a place to, you know, make music. They want to, you know, they care about Mandem Records, me included. But the gang stuff, we don't mind when, or at least I'll speak for myself and anyone I've spoken to, like, we don't mind when you guys are at war and BSK come rolling in. That's not, you're not doing that. You are not doing that. That's not a you thing you can control. We don't mind if, you know, remember when Mayhem came about and we fucked them up. Like, those situations are going to happen. But when the people who are supposed to care about the label are the ones who are doing harm to the own staff, that's when there's problems, you know?
Yeah, I do agree. And how much did we spend on Dick Chicklets?
250,000. But it's in his contract that he can leave if he is harmed. Obviously, that's in any contract. It's not about the money. It's about the people that we lose. Like, I've not even been there. They've lost Pixie, who might be one of the most talented artists I've heard. Like, just naturally gifted. And Chloe. Chloe always wanted to be Wu Chang, so it doesn't surprise me in the slightest. But things have to change. And I spoke to Raiden today, and I said, I've got some ideas if I was to come back and how things can operate a little bit better that includes everybody whoever you guys want to include, but also makes it very apparent that it's not your main thing. I feel like all you need to do is like a board of directors that has, so the owners or whoever, again, Tommy and whoever else owns it at this point, I don't even fucking know at this point. And there's a board of directors. It's got you on it. It's got a bunch of other people that we see fitter on it. And once a month, whoever's in charge comes to you with a report. This is what we released. This is what we earn. Like an investor's call type thing. But it's one day a month. It's not a SK, what you up to? Can you come by the studio? If you come by the studio, that's a bonus. That's a plus. Everyone will love you being here. Everyone looks up to you. You know how things go. You understand the game, right? But I understand it's never going to be your vocal point. So there's no point having it be your vocal point ever anymore, you know? Let's put people in other positions where they're not expected to do certain types of work. And then, you know, whatever happens from there happens from there.
It's a good idea.
Like, do you get what I mean? Like, if you're, and it's kind of what I always do with you anyway, but let's say it is a board of, but I don't want the board just to be Mandem members. Like, I do think bringing back Dick Chicklets is a smart thing to do, and putting him on the board, so he's in a position of some sort of power, because that's what he's gonna want to come back. Let's be honest. Everyone wants fucking power. Is putting him on the board, and then I've already spoken to Damien. I've spoken to a few other people who are in the independent scene. Right now, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. It's a fucking shit show out there when it comes to Mandem Records. It is. But I never want to give up on this label. I never want to give up on Mandem Records. I really don't. Like, it's something I put a good 8 months into. And quitting wasn't an easy thing to do. But you know when you've got people questioning you every step of what you do, when all you've tried to do is put people in better positions, you get to a point where you're like, why the fuck am I still doing this?
You want your position back.
Yeah, if we can figure out the other problems. But I also don't want Bella to lose her position. I want us to change what Mandem Records is. That's what I think it is. It's, bro, from what I got told, Harlow was the one who, and I'll be honest with you, I think I was wrong. I hate to fucking say it, but I think I was wrong. Apparently, Harlow was the one that ran the last meeting for Mandem Records. I think was you there?
I was.
How did it go? Because from what I heard, it was a fucking shit show.
They were trying to ban people from repping gang clothes and chains.
Okay, stupid. What I will say, just to rebuttal that, yeah? That's absolutely ridiculous. What I will say is Bella, as COO of the company, probably shouldn't be walking around in a Vargos mask when she's in the building. Just so there's a clear distinction between she is working at Mandem Records right now and not Vargos whatever, Hefe or whatever she is, you know? That's just a respect thing to me, though. If I work at Burger Shot, I don't go in, I know I'm not in a gang, but let's say hypothetically I was in GSF, I wouldn't wear my flag in there. Me, I wouldn't. I'm sure other people do, but I wouldn't, because I'm a member, I'm representing Burger Shot at that time, not GSF, you know? People already find it hard to see the lines between gang and business and whatever else. Like, you need those clear distinctions.
I respect the work you've put in, and I understand, and I agree, and it seems like you've got good ideas, but there's one big principle, and I don't do quitters. That's fine. I mean, if that's how you feel, I get it. If you want that position back, then you got a lot to prove to me to get to that position, and not just that position. I feel like this is the thing, right? And I'll tell you outright, there's been multiple times when I've pushed the boundary with you to see when you snap, because I've been trying to make you snap. I want you to snap. I want you to wake up and toughen up, because I know what you're trying to do outside of the label as well. I know you're trying to be a bit more of a tough guy. You're trying to be about it on these streets. I'm trying to push you in that direction, waiting for that time where you finally go, you know what? Boom. Fuck that. And if you're trying to do that, and I'm trying to get you to do that as well, I'm not letting you walk back into the door until you've shown me you ain't a quitter. I respect that. You got it, bro. It's hard. I'm gonna keep it. It's hard. Like, when I'm having a one-on-one conversation with you, I can say what I think. I feel like I can have this conversation with you, and you're not getting a text message from Denzel being like, oh, he's cooking you, fam. And I know Denzel does that. And I know other people do that. Like, we can have a level-headed conversation, me and you right now. And you're listening to me, you're hearing me, and we come to whatever the agreement is. When it's you and 10 other man, do you know how hard it is to actually speak? Anytime I say anything around Matt, I get told I'm going to get put in a headlock or I'm going to be shot. Like, do I know who I'm talking to? It's hard to toughen up in that situation when you're told you're going to be shot all the fucking time. It's like, all right, I guess I won't speak then. I'm done with the bullshit. If you prove to me that you ain't a quitter, if there's bullshit, I cut out the bullshit. It's that simple. I'm done with that shit. Prove to me you ain't a quitter and that you ain't just ready to walk away from shit and expect to walk back into it exactly how you left. I never expected that, but I respect what you're saying, and I do agree with you.
I never wanted to quit. I openly said multiple times that I never wanted to quit. But I generally felt like that was the only thing I could do to wake people up. It did. Look at all the people that are fucked over now. People who never wanted to be there in the first place. I'm sick of having these people that I would much rather 10 motherfuckers at MDMR who actually want to be there. Yeah, they might not be the most talented people, but at least they're putting the work in. Than all these fucking people who come around to use us as a stepping stone to get to Wu Chang, bro. I'm done. I'm done with that shit.
Like I said, no time for bullshit. Fuck them. You say the word, you tell me, you talking to someone, there's text being sent. I don't give a fuck. They're fired. They don't work there no more. It's that simple. I ain't got no time for this bullshit. Ain't got no time for this fucking dumbass shit that just doesn't send anyone anywhere but just staying in the same shitty scenario. Yeah. Say the word, they'll be gone, regardless of the relationship to me.
I hear you.
That goes for everyone.
So, bro, that's such a broad statement, though. I've got to figure it out. I've got a lot to figure out.
You got a lot to do as well. You best get out your nice clothes.
Okay.
Because when I say you got to prove yourself to me, you're about to get put through the ringer.
Ah! I hope the first thing isn't stand on a boat.
It's a pretty good metaphor, isn't it? You jump ship twice following your recent ship jump.
Don't compare me to other people, bro. I didn't go to Wu Chang 10 hours later.
Hey, you did better than them, but even so.
I get it.
I don't doubt that you can't prove me wrong and show me that you're committed. I'm just not letting that be an immediate thing.
You can't be that. I get that. I agree with you.
That being said, I'm a two birds, one stone it. And I don't want you to prove it to me in no record label shit. I want you to prove it to me in some fucking your morals that you can apply everywhere. It don't matter about no label. You can make yourself useful on the streets.
Alright, say the word.
Word will be said. I'm gonna get you 5 boxes of weed. I need them gone by Friday. That's step 1.
Alright, say less.
Whatever money you take off the top end, you keep. I need 5k up front. Get it moved.
Yeah, easy. Do you own this boat?
Don't ask questions.
Okay.
Wait, P Money's back? Did he tweet or something?
I appreciate you giving me a chance, bro. I really do.
I got you. It's what it is to me now. It's just I don't give a fuck for the bullshit. I just want to see action and I want to see morals, and that's all I care for.
Yeah, say
you can elevate my people and myself. That's all I care for.
I hear that. You got the boxes ready now, or?
Yeah, I can get them quick.
All right, so let's.
Bro, this shit can't reverse.
It's a boat. They don't really reverse, do they?
Guess that's where the phrase "turns like a boat" comes from.
You're gonna crack.
In my boat, I could give less of a shit.
Oh fuck! Yes.
I don't know why you laughing. You've been wet twice already.
That was through my choice. I needed to cool off.